Buenos war.
Oh boy.
Buenos war.
All right, how on a day, my beautiful and amazing people? I salute you according to our time, or depending on when Natanda they listen to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with another Bongalicious information, my people. Now, well done, my people. Now, welcome. Still on Regina Daniel's case, and I just stumbled on this update on this video now where Regina Daniel and Amanda cry. Well, I don't know whether it's because of this or it's an old video, but whatever. I know that she will not be happy because a lot of people had blamed her in the past as per she is the one that Nwoko persuaded or bribed to, push Regina Daniel to marry him. Because all fingers were pointing at Regina Daniel. Even Regina Daniel Papa were pointing fingers at Rita Daniel as the one that pushed Regina Daniel into marrying Nwoko, because Regina Daniel and her Regina Daniel Papa was saying that Regina Daniel, her mother, Rita Daniel, called him an enemy of progress and wished him dead when he told Regina Daniel not to marry Nwoko. I remember when the issue came up in March, this issue also came up. This man came out and said it, that Regina Daniel Mama and Regina Daniel were calling him an enemy of progress. I think these are the things that Regina Daniel Mama will remember, because especially when Regina Daniel Papa revealed that he knew that the marriage was bound to have issues, that he himself was 50 years and can never marry a 20-year-old girl, that he felt ashamed that Regina Daniel was getting married to a man that is older than him while he's still alive, and he watched his 18-year-old daughter marry a 70-year-old man. I think that was what Regina Daniel Papa said. He said when Regina Daniel told him about her marriage, that he told Regina Daniel that there's more to life, and marrying a man who is older than me, your father, isn't right. But guess what? According to what the man talked, he said, her mother, Rita, called me an enemy of progress and wished me dead. So I backed off and let Regina Daniel follow her happiness, since she was already an adult anyway. I didn't even attend her wedding because I was angry, and today, the same marriage, they called me an enemy of progress. When I tried to open her eyes, is crumbling. I knew this would happen, but I just hope she finds peace in her matrimonial home. That is Regina Daniel's father, Jude Odogu. That's the name of her father, Jude Ojebu. Jude Ojebu. Regina Daniel. And the father this year is 55 years. Jude Ojebu is 55 years this year. And he says he never for once supported his daughter getting married to a 70-year-old man. I don't know how we're going to do this right now, because Regina Daniel needs to be supported. Nigerians need to stand up for Regina Daniel, because 70-year-old man cannot be oppressing a 20-year-old girl. She did nothing wrong but to find true wealth. Say there's nothing where Sabano go cause. And many people will still do what Regina Daniel did if they are in Regina Daniel's shoe. Even though we are told, allegedly, the information Ina Kakus was saying at that time was that it was because Ned promised Regina Daniel Mama mansion in Lagos or in Asaba. I don't know where the mansion is. That's why the woman forced Regina Daniel, because they say he's practically pushed Regina Daniel into marrying Ned Nwoko. But I tell you, Regina was 18 years. You can't say that, because Regina actually wanted that, and Regina actually needed the wealth. Yes, Regina had been enjoying the wealth. You enjoy everything now. It's not only wealth. While you're enjoying the money, you enjoy the wealth. My people say when they marry you, they give you one big ball of meat, one big cut of meat. Say as you're eating big cut of meat as a newly married woman, always expect big cut of wealth. those big cut of foil that's as big as the meat they're giving you. So two of them goes hand in hand. So you cannot be eating only one side. So Regina Daniel does not supposed to be expecting the rosy side of the marriage every time, because she should also understand that there is also the other side of the marriage. Now, Regina Daniel's mother is crying. A lot of things must have been running in this woman's head, because they say it is only when you get money, when you get wealthy, that you know that money is not everything. If you are telling a poor man that money is not everything, he doesn't understand it, because he's looking for money to use and eat. But when you became very wealthy, I didn't say very rich, I said very wealthy, that's when you discover that wealth or money is not the happiness, does not bring happiness. That's when you know that wealth does not bring joy, it doesn't bring peace, because you needed something else to give you peace. So that's what Regina Daniel is forcing now, because maybe at that time it thinks that if I enter this man's house, no matter what he does, as long as I am comfortable, as long as I can afford anything I need, I don't have any problem. But she has entered now and discovered that there are more problems after the wealth than what she thinks. And that is how it happens to everybody. So it is a lesson to every mother. Regina Daniel, mother, Rita Daniel is crying now, but that time she was laughing. She allowed the daughter to pass through every traditional thing, even to the extent of passing through a traditional marriage of not that she cannot go up, as if he is trapped. Even me, I don't believe that. I will never believe my sister will marry and get into such a. Even if my sister do it, we must find a solution to remove it. How can you marry a woman and say they can't go out? So you can use her anywhere. Even you can marry many women, many men, many women, but the woman cannot go out. For what? If she's not comfortable with the marriage, she can't go. As in what? No, now it's not possible. Which kind of man word is that? Even in the spirit, is that how they do it? No, that spirit must have an antidote. That spirit must have something that will spoil it, that will stop it. Yeah. Okay, because of that, you can be living your life anyhow, because she has entered into a covenant of not going out. Then you that's living anyhow. Okay, you want her to buy, because she entered into a covenant of not going out. You will not hit her head on the wall, allegedly, according to what they let us know. And you say she should stay there. So this woman that's crying is even the one I'm blaming. You carried your fine daughter, your angel, and give to a 70-year-old man. Kai! Now, wow, God, I beg you. Women can be wicked. Is that how Sapa they cause? Is that what poverty can cause? Rita Daniel, I thought you were a producer. I thought you were a movie star. At least with the little you are earning, I thought you would have been able to take care of that lady. And I also thought that at that age, Rita Daniel was already in the movie industry, meaning that she has already started making money. Then what pushing her into that? Do you think she was not going to make money? You see, all these crocodile tears you are shedding as if you are crying or you are disappointed, I don't like it, because this is just arrant nonsense, because you are the cause of all these things. Everybody is pointing fingers at you. Even your ex-husband is pointing fingers at you. Everybody is pointing fingers at you, meaning that all these things that people are saying, meaning that there's an atom of truth in it. There's an atom of truth in it. You are the cause of this thing. You are the one that pushed this lady into it. Yes, you may like it, but you talked her into it. Now you are crying. Crying for what? Well, one thing is that there is nothing don't spoil where Regina there. They tell you. If Regina say, they marry Nate today, I tell you, say, men go line up to marry her. She's a very beautiful girl. She's a very enterprising girl. She's a very good girl. You understand? She has only her Instagram page, only her YouTube can pay her any amount of money if she's hardworking. Only that. And she's loved by many Nigerians. She's not like those people that were hated, that entered into polygamy in a wrong way and were hated. She herself was loved even for going into polygamy. So Regina Daniel, even till today, can make a lot of money, can take care of herself. So why did Rita do this? Rita is an example of a bad mother. Sorry to say this. This is from Niger Celebrity. I want to speak as an analyst right now. It's an example of a bad mother, because you look at the potential in your kid. You look at what she can become. You don't look at the immediate need now. That mansion you were looking for, this lady would have built a mansion for you. No be they will build mansion for her mother. No be what's the name? This Mackenzie's small girl. What's the name of that girl? No be she build house, even though it's not. It might build a bungalow, a very big bungalow for the mother in the village, in their place in Mbisa. Emanuela, yes. No be Emanuela built bungalow. How old is Emanuela? No be Emanuela built bungalow for the mother, but bought an SUV for the father. What is wealth that pushed you to carry your daughter and dash an old woman? Some people were even accusing this woman. It's like saying that the woman, they quench the man before he can't carry his daughter replace. Whatever is the case, is not my business. But what I'm saying is that what Rita Daniel did is very bad, and it's not what this kind of Christ is doing now, because she never meant good for the daughter. See, I say it and I say it and I continue to say it. If Regina Daniel loves that marriage, I don't have any problem with it. I don't have any problem with the age difference. I don't have any problem with whoever. If you like to marry great grandpa, that's your business. Because if you like it, then go ahead. If that's what makes you happy, go ahead. If that's what gives you joy, go ahead. But what I don't support as major celebrities, when somebody pushes you or talk to you or push you or blackmail you, because there are a lot of ladies suffering in a marriage, not because the man is even bad, but because their mind was not there beneath you. Yes, I know some of them. They were lured and blackmailed into that marriage. If you don't marry this man, I'm not going to pay your school fees. If you don't marry this man, I'm not going to lead you. I'm not going to give you food. I'm going to send you out of this house. Parents threatening their kids, parents threatening their daughters just because they want them to get married to a particular person. And the girl, just to make sure the family is happy and to assist the parents, reluctantly go into that marriage, and that's the end. She's not happy. The man, now, two people are suffering in that marriage. You know what happens? No matter how good that man is, he cannot please that lady. You frustrate the man. No matter how good they are to the lady, the woman, she cannot feel happy because first, she doesn't love the man. And if worse come to worse, if that lady already loved another person, has not already in a relationship, but because the person is poor and she loves her, and even when the man is making love with the lady, even when the kerewa, the lady will just close her eyes and be visualizing the man that is another place, maybe in the village, maybe in the town, in the ghetto. He was visualizing that man where her love is, feeling that it was the man that's making the love, and you think you are doing something. The man will struggle from morning till night, everything, trying to please this lady. The man will be frustrated. Why? Because the man is not loved by the lady. A lady came and told me that when a guy wanted to marry her, because that guy came to see her, that guy's, the guy's sister was the one that talked her uncle into sending her into that marriage. They forced her to it, and she knew she was not going to do anything. The only thing she said was, she begged the guy that wants to marry her, please reject me. I don't love you. I love another person. Can you please reject me? So that when you say you are not marrying me, it will be okay. God will bless you. But the guy said, no, you are beautiful. I like you. I like the way you are. That's the kind of woman I want to marry. You are beautiful. I'll go ahead and marry you. But the lady had told you, I don't love you. It's a suicide mission you're going into. He said, I don't love you. This guy went ahead. They said the night before her wedding, the lady cried. 2 nights before her wedding, she cried 24 hours crying, or 48 hours rather, crying and begging the guy, please, can you reject me? They still went ahead and did a traditional marriage, went ahead and did a church wedding. And they started. They have lived for 17 years and there's no love. The man is so frustrated. The lady is so frustrated. Who is to be blamed? She told you, I don't love you. Please leave me. And there's no place she can go to because she's an orphan and the uncles are taking care of her. And there's nothing she can do. She has no place to run to. And you insisted because you see a beautiful lady. Who told you, I don't love you? That's the most important thing. Then, after 17 years, you are not still happy. And you now remembered. And you are threatening to buy her. You are threatening to do everything. I just look at, when the information came to me, I was just telling the guy that told me, I said, see, nobody has a monopoly of buying. Don't even the threatening person say, I go buy you. It's because you see the other person is cool and cannot buy you. You feel that if you push the person to the wall, he will not do more than you yourself can do. So, my people, this is exactly what happens. I don't know actually the stage of Regina Daniel, whether Regina Daniel loved Nwoko or Regina Daniel was just lured into it and she pretends that to love Nwoko, because all these things that are coming, I don't know where it's coming. Because if actually Regina Daniel didn't love Nwoko from the beginning, like, you know, the way the whole thing happened, and because the mother talked her into it. If actually it's like that, meaning that there's a problem, and meaning that that's what exactly what is happening. No matter what you do, what you buy for her, her mind will still be going to the person she loves. Love is just involuntary. Love moves. Loves, they'll tell you just go. With time, you will love the person. Lie. You don't love him. You don't love. You can tolerate him. You can tolerate him. You can accommodate him. You can appreciate him. But you love somebody. Anytime you glance the face of the man you love, you forget everything you are doing with this man. You become afresh. You become renewed. You become young. You become in the mind. You become happy. In fact, you can't even hide it. It's possible. If that is the situation, Ned must have found Regina Daniel expressing herself before the man he must have loved. I don't know what caused the problem. God bear me witness, I don't know. And I've not heard. But I'm using the story of my friend that happened to her to tell you what happens when people turn people into marriage that is not their intention. So mothers, Regina Daniel's mama with the cry now should be an example, should serve as an example to all of you. Waiting akpiri ego na cost. Waiting longer truth for money, the cost. Now you be waiting make Rita Daniel they cry right now. I don't, like I told you, the cry I am seeing right now, that this other VDM is laughing at her. I don't know whether it is the old cry or new cry. I don't know, because I know this is not the first time that Regina is having problem with network. Yes, I don't know whether it's an old cry or a new cry, but whatever it is, like I said in my first video about this Regina Daniel issue, I told you that when it comes to polygamy, you don't predict anything. Anything can happen. Even if they reconcile now, they will still quarrel again, because Nwoko had 5 options. If Regina Daniel goes, 5 women still day. So it's not a problem. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a problem. So if you think that Nwoko will love Regina so much and give everything to Regina when there are 5 other women, it is far. And if Regina Daniel is expecting such thing, that's nonsense. Remember, Regina Daniel had been taken as a political wife, as the one that is the senator's wife is Regina. Maybe if he becomes the president, it should be the president's wife or the governor's wife, whatever. That is what Regina Daniel is among the 5 women. Remember that the first wife is a liar. I mean, the Nwoko's first wife is a lawyer based in UK. There are a second wife, there's a third wife, there's a fourth wife. Before Lila, the 5th wife. There are this. They have Lily, you have Lila, you have Lali, you have Regina. There are 2, I don't know their names. But these are there, quiet. They choose you. So if the man decides tomorrow that you're not going to be the next one, that he will choose another person for another thing, yeah, you have to. Because before you enter, there are 5. And whatever that happens, Nwoko will be shared. If you were not the one chosen, how would you feel when the other person is going around with Nwoko as the wife of the senator, when there are 5 other wives and you are always shown as the wife of the senator? So what I'm saying is that anybody that's going into any relationship should understand where and what the person is going into. Because this thing that's happening to Regina Daniel now, I know that if we start digging it, I'm only using another person's example to show you. One thing I don't like is Regina Daniel's mother's role in this. I wouldn't have said anything about it until I read this Mr. Jude Ojegbu's this thing. You see, Regina Daniel and her mother, Rita Daniel, called me enemy of progress and wished me dead when I told her not to marry Ned Nwoko. Regina Daniel's father, Jude Ojegbu, refused. This is where the whole thing point. This is where the whole thing is. The man saw it as a man. One thing is that women, when they are carried away by whatever they want, they don't listen. They don't listen to the man. They only hear. They don't listen. There's a difference between hearing and listening. They will be hearing what the man will say, but they're not listening to what he's saying. So, and because you are only hearing, you are not listening, it is a problem for you to assimilate, because there's no assimilation in hearing. You can only assimilate in listening. It is in listening that you understand and you assimilate. So that's why when the man was telling them, maybe if they had listened, they would have solved what we are here now discussing. Maybe I wouldn't have sit here on this studio now and be talking about this, because it would have been a settled issue right away. My people know be smarting and so they just reach out to me and say make a touch light and with it. Like and share this video and God will bless you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to do so. All our subscribers, all our returning subscribers will say, well, now well done, my people, now welcome, make you have a nice day. Bye.